Hello, this is Lord Ryan Savage, better known as Captain Savage. Welcome to my virtual Beltane class, how to build a Spartan practice spear. This is based off the spears used in the Spartan race. If you were at Ancillon 40th year, you may have seen these on the spear field as well when they had spear day. These are pretty simple to make. The materials needed: a 60-inch replacement hoe and rake handle, also a 10-inch galvanized spike, and some sort of epoxy. In this case, I grabbed Gorilla Glue epoxy. Last time I used JB Weld. It doesn't really matter as long as you get some epoxy. Some of the other materials you're going to need is either something to cut the head off the spike with. In my case, I'm using an angle grinder. You can also use a hacksaw or something else that can cut through metal. If you have a vise, that's great. That keep this thing from rolling away. I don't, so in my workshop I've been using these clamps, just clamping it down to the table, cutting the head off. Some other considerations you're going to need since you're cutting metal: you're going to want to protect your eyes, have some sort of eye protection. You're going to be dealing with hot metal if you're using that angle grinder or possibly sharp metal. Get something to protect your hands, and since there's going to be metal dust, you're going to want to protect your lungs as well. I know these are gold right now, but please use some sort of protection to keep you from breathing in the dust. Hopefully through the magic of editing, I appear on this next part of this video seamlessly. What I've done while I was off camera is I've gone ahead and cut off the end of my nail here, my spike. One thing I did fail to mention, I got all of my materials at Home Depot. I'm not paid by them, it's just that's where they happen to have this particular handle. One of the things you want to look for too when picking out your spike, you want to make sure you try to get one that's as straight as possible. Some of these do have some wonky bends to them. One of the things you can also do in the store is just make sure it fits the pre-drilled hole in the handle. And that is one of the wonderful things about this, is that it already has a hole drilled for you. So once you get that cut off, you just need to mix up your epoxy according to its instructions and just apply it. So we're going to go ahead and mix my epoxy. Apparently this one I need to actually stir together for 20 seconds, so bear with me. So what we're going to do in this case, I'm going to take the end that we're going to be putting in there, which is the non-pointy end, by the way. Put it all around the base of this. Alright. We get it all down in there. We kind of actually want to fill this reservoir a little bit too with our epoxy. So I'm going to put more in there until we get that coming up. Once you've got your epoxy coming up out of this, it's going to help create a barrier for water to get in there and dirt. I'm actually going to mix up a little bit more epoxy so I can get that coming up all around the end there. So I suppose in this case I might suggest the JB Weld. I remember just being able to do this without having to pre-mix it, but maybe my memory's a little off. And it just so happens I'm wearing the same shirt I was last time, so I still have epoxy stuck on my shirt from then too. So make sure you're wearing something you can get dirty and or get a permanent epoxy stuck onto. Alright, so I finally got the epoxy, so it's actually risen up above the end of the wood handle. And it is now, it's got a bit of thickness, a bit of a layer in there between the wood and weather. So this has a 5-minute cure time, or set time. I think it's 30 minutes. I think it suggests leaving it undisturbed for 30 minutes, and then it actually has a 24-hour cure time. So basically you're just going to set this up somewhere straight, make sure everything's in there the way you want it, and just let it set for 24 hours. After that, you're going to have yourself a spear that you can use at home, or on a, hopefully soon on a SCA range as well. So, thanks to movie magic, this is what your spear should look like after it's had enough time to cure. You'll see on that one, I did get the epoxy all the way to the top. I did that because I feel that that'll help keep water and dirt out of that in order to help it make it last longer. Since that didn't take very long, I guess we'll go ahead and talk about how to throw this too. So now you've got yourself a brand new spear. So when you're throwing a spear, you want to find your balance point. And then you want to go back about a hand length, so it's a little bit front heavy. When you hold it, you want to keep these two fingers open. Just hold it like this. In this case, my hard target that I would throw at is not here, so we're just going to practice on the ground. So for this demonstration, all I'm going to try to do is arc it and get it standing the ground. It's been a little while since I've been able to practice, so let's hope I can still do this. In this case, I throw right-handed, and I put my weight on my right foot, and you want to try to get a arcing stance. And so I was able to get it to stick. These are actually good for both soft and hard targets. Again, as far as doing a hard target, you will want to make sure at least 20 feet back. I have had this particular spear hit target, come back at me about 16 feet. And that day I definitely knew that the 20-foot rule was there for a reason. So be safe out there and enjoy your new spear.